Hey everybody, it's Rick Trummer from Rick Trummer Consulting and Training. I hope you're having a fantastic new year. We're getting back after the holiday season here, and I'm sorry I had to take the last few weeks off. I've been doing grading and stuff for my college courses that I've been working with, and so a lot of things have been I've been doing, and I had to get away from the computer a little bit. But this week we're going to be discussing all the cool tools that are inside Adobe Camera Raw. Next week, we're going to be getting into the tools that are inside Lightroom. Identical tools, just a little bit different on the uses. And again, that import and exporting is a little bit different than just browsing. So let's get into the bridge, and we're going to just grab this image here, and we're going to take it into Adobe Camera Raw. So let's take a look at the tools up in the upper left corner. We're going to concentrate up here for this particular lesson. In this week, we're going to be concentrating on all the tools that are on your main window here. The first tool is the obvious tool. That is the zoom tool. If you click on your Z button, that'll take you automatically to the zoom tool. The other thing about the zoom tool is that if you just use your keyboard shortcuts, either Command or Control Spacebar, will always be able to zoom you in, and Option or Alt Spacebar will always zoom you out. That's the quick movement for those particular things. Now, here we're in the zoom tool, so you can see in our screen, we're actually getting the plus button right now. Now, if you're in the zoom tool, if you just hold down the Alt or Option button, if you're Mac or PC, it'll go right to minus. It pulls out the space bar part of that. But if you're using the hand tool, let's say, for example, that's the second tool up here. If you just click on H, that'll move us to hand tool. Now, we can use the hand tool and the zoom tool simultaneously by including now the space bar. So if we have a command space bar or control space bar, depending on if you're Mac or PC, that will zoom you in. Now you'll notice when we let go, the hand tool is there. Click and hold the hand tool to be able to move your image around your particular panel that you have here. Alt or Option spacebar will zoom you back. And again, that's inside the hand tool. So what you're doing is you're adding the spacebar to either one of those controls if you're in any other tool other than the zoom tool. The next one over is your white balance tool, which is shortcut with I. That'll take you into the white balance tool. We've already kind of showed you those particular tools, or the white balance tool, before, so I'm going to kind of move past that. The next tool over is the color sampler tool, and that's a great tool if you want to be able to click into that. Again, the shortcut for that tool is S. And if you wanted to, let's say, sample the particular color of something that's in your shot, let's say I clicked on this, it'll give me the RGB version of what that exact color is. So you can click as many of these areas as you want to be able to check out whatever the color of those samples is. Where this might be useful is if you're using a Macbeth color checker and you clicked on one of the small patches, and you know from turning over the Macbeth color checker chart, you'll be able to see the exact RGB setting of that. You can use your controls over here to make sure that it's being adjusted properly, to make sure that RGB is perfect when you're dealing with a Macbeth color checker, for instance. So it's kind of a smart way to be able to do that. We're going to go ahead and clear the samplers at this point and take you over to the next tool over, which is the targeted adjustment tool. The targeted adjustment tool is a very, very cool tool. The idea of it is if you click and hold, you'll be able to know that you'll be able to go into your parametric curve, or your hue, or your saturation, or your luminance. Or if you're in grayscale, you can do a grayscale mix. I leave it in parametric curve. Now, one of the things that you're going to want to do when you do this is any area that we touch right now. So I'm going to touch this highlight area. We are just adjusting that particular highlight area inside the image. So you'll notice if you do have hot spots or whatever, you can come in here and actually adjust just those targeted adjustments area. That's why they call it the targeted adjustment tool. You're actually clicking on that particular area that matches, and you're bringing the exposure up and down from that area. And you can do this as many times as you want. So in this darker area, let's say I wanted this green here a little bit darker, I can come over and click on that, and you'll notice that it's now targeted that particular area there. So it's a great little tool for targeting certain things inside your image. If you know you're always going to have that skin level just a little bit hot, you can come in and make a quick target on that. Now you'll notice that when you did that, the tone curve came open over here with the parametric curve scale up. There's a lot of different changes that you can make here, but you'll notice that when we did click on that, it kind of grabbed into a certain area and it made a tonal adjustment right here on the scale. The nice thing about it is at this point, we can go in and make any changes that we would want using this tone curve. It's a really, really cool tool. The next tool next to it is the crop tool. Again, if you click and hold the crop tool, you'll be able to know that you can get into different ratioing here, including custom, that you can actually put in. So if you want to do a 1:1 or a 2:3, etc. on down the row, you can actually put that inside here so that when you do crop, it'll automatically crop for you in the right proportion that you're looking for. The last tool we're going to discuss in this video is the straighten tool. The shortcut for that is A. And again, if you click into that, what you want to do is click and hold and then drag to the area that you want straight. So if you had a line, let's say that you had a horizontal or maybe a lake line or a horizon line that you're working of, and you wanted to make sure that was straight, all you have to do is click on the tool, click and hold, and then drag across whatever that line is. And what it'll do is it'll crop the image so that when you click down the return button, that those lines will be automatically straight over. Very cool tool to be able to use. This is also a tool that's inside Photoshop when you're using the crop method inside there. Let's go ahead and leave this video for today. Again, this is Rick Trummer from Rick Trummer Consulting and Training. I'm hoping that you're really enjoying the series that we're doing. I'm really trying to do a lot of different things inside here. We're going to be coming back in the next video, and I'm going to show you the rest of the tools that are up in the toolbar in the upper left corner inside the ACR application.